Are you
So
gonna
yeah,
ask us
good.
anything or?
Yeah, good. Sorry, I was getting the call started. My bad. Uh, yeah, good games. That was a really nice series to watch. It was pretty back and forth, and so let's start off with the first one. So, Omee, you've been practicing a lot lately. So, walk us through your style with Terran, how it's changed from before when you started with the show matches to now.
Oh, well, before the show matches, I really had no build at all. I was just playing for fun, but thanks to a few players that watched me, I got a lot of tips and training and practice. And knowing Viper, I was assuming he would one base me again. So I was all those games I was aiming towards a Ling Baneling Muta mix.
All right. Now, I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with that. I really liked the one base expand. I thought you used it very well, VyperX. I
Yeah,
think you said you were practicing that last time we played, or
Yeah,
you
it was
played
a
it.
it was a build that somebody showed me, and I said that I tried it last time for the first time.
Yeah, and
But this was the second time I tried it, so I don't know.
Well, I guess something to that, I suppose. Now,
it,
I gotta say, one thing that was pretty neat was I like the addition of the siege tanks. It's a very Wings of Liberty esque play, but it definitely worked out very well here. And so I think that like games 1 and 3 kind of played out in a similar fashion. I noticed with a couple differences, but we'll focus on what happened in the first game. I think there was a Baneling bust. We lost about 6 workers from the Terran, and you went from there pretty quickly into I think a third, or did you have one already at that point? I'm trying to remember, but me, I don't know if you
uh,
remember off the top of your head.
third
Okay, sorry, what? Say again.
during the attack, I believe,
Okay.
is what I aimed to do. Uh,
Oh, I hope my copy of Skype isn't doing the thing where it glitches out. Are we
No, it's
okay?
cool. Your Skype
Can
is
you
I
still
fine.
can
hear? Can you
All,
still
all
hear
me.
me? Okay, good. Whew. It's been
I
doing
can hear
this.
you.
It's been crashing at random lately. I don't know what's wrong with it, but hopefully it stays okay. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Cool. So with that, it looked like your decision to go from there. I think you wanted to get the Mutalisks. You started off with upgrades, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I don't think I had the to do. Oh no, can you not hear me?
You did cut out a little bit, but I did understand that for the most part. Were you trying to say you didn't have enough of the economy to make that happen?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see here. What do you typically see from players going to the mid game? I imagine that siege tank style is a little bit rarer nowadays, just because with most pros going for widow huts.
Well,
But I'm
actually,
not
that's
sure.
what's
I'm
been
not
giving
sure.
me the most. That the mid that push with siege tanks has been getting me every
Oh
time
wow,
lately.
really? So it's actually a more
Yeah,
common
it's
play then.
it's
Oh,
yeah. I've been
So
seeing
you
it a
said before the
lot.
matches that you said you're afraid of cheeses, but what you actually lose to is siege tanks push.
Yeah, essentially, I told Omega this yesterday that, well, or I think it was the day before, one of those days. But tanks have been getting on my nerves lately.
No,
I
I
was
didn't
gonna
mean to
ask
get you
about
mad,
that.
man.
Well, no, we can talk about this later. Putting in a video wouldn't be very nice if I ask you which cheeses are giving you problems. But let's move on from there. So, VyperX, you said you've only run this a couple times. So, what did you think of it? Is there anything you would change from the way you played it today?
It was fine today, but I've seen the build lose against diamond players.
Mm.
There is there is something that it happens at gold level. People go for a lot of bailings, a
Ah,
lot, which means that if you have marauders and hellbats with your army, you win. There's no question, you win. So if you go to diamond level, they have like 6 bailings and probably like 200 mutalisks or something.
oh,
At which point, marauders and hellbats are very useful.
true, true.
I've noticed that from diamond up, I wouldn't go as low as platinum, but
Ah,
from diamond up, banelings aren't that used. So this build is specifically counters baneling busts.
Okay.
because Marauders with siege tanks behind them, well, you've
That
seen.
is very anti-Bane.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very anti-bait.
Definitely.
I had some turrets in the base just in case because I imagined after scanning you, I imagined okay, so he has like 80 slings and about 20 banelings. That means if he does go muta, he's gonna have like 5 mutas, so a couple
Hmm.
of turrets should be fine.
Which I
So,
think is how many I had.
yep. Yep. So game two, we have the liftoff into the gold base. Have you done that a lot? Because I've talked to some people about this, and it seems like I get pretty like it doesn't seem to work a lot. But have you been able to find success with it?
Okay, that was my mistake, and I am sorry. I
Oh,
shouldn't have loaded that if I wouldn't have allowed for two things. Number one was I misclicked and my SCV started gathering the blue minerals
mm,
at the beginning of the game. By the time I was trying to lift off land, and
oh,
that was a big mess
okay.
up.
So this isn't a
And
good
that
example of it then. Oh
and
well.
the second mess up was when I reached his base and I saw his lings. I should have stayed on the ramp, not allow him to surround me, which was a second mess up, big second mess up.
Okay.
That surround
you, sn-
it
you
simply
sneaky
crushed the marines.
snake.
But I don't think without that surround, I don't think I don't I wouldn't have taken you out, but I would have killed like 6 or 7 workers, and that would have been enough because I was already gathering the gold minerals.
Right. So
But I missed. So that got us to the beautiful game tree, which I enjoyed a lot, and I was very nervous. So thank you, Omee. I
I,
said, "Oh man, I'm gonna reach his
you're
base,
welcome.
gonna have burn railings." I brought the Raven with me. I never play Raven, and with this, I realized that if you play Raven, when you select the whole arm, the focused unit is the Raven. So when I was hitting T for stim, it was dropping turrets, the bastard.
oh, yep. That's true. You don't want that in the same
So I'm not
hockey group.
building the Raven ever again.
Every Protoss knows how you feel because when we started playing Heart of the Swarm, a lot of people would just
Oh,
put
I,
the
I
mothership
know.
core in the army with the sentries. So you'd go to put down force fields, and it would be like, you can't put a photon overcharge there. What are you doing? And then you'd be like, it would just nothing would happen, and then you would die. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah,
No.
units like Ravens and Mothership Core are so pissed off. I mean,
Uh,
I'm playing random. I'm playing with my brother. I've played in December, I think, and at the end of last year with my brother a bit. And when I play 2v2, I play random, so I learn the other races a bit.
okay. Um,
And playing Protoss, I like Protoss a lot. I must admit, but
it's fun.
I'm very used with select all army key. And when
Yeah.
I select all army key, I get my Mothership Core killed
Yeah,
like
that key is dangerous.
instantaneously.
You gotta be careful with that key, especially because if you have observers on the map, it actually takes them too. So you'll
I've
lose
realized.
Oh, does it?
all. Yes, you will lose all of your
Oh,
vision on the map if you're not careful.
All of your vision. If there's some detection there or some turrets and you're building your
Yep.
zealots, it's gonna kill your servers as well. Not to
Yep.
mention the
It's
mothership code
it's
might be useful.
I'm
it's
so
can be a
glad
useful little
that.
function, but most of the time you want to be careful, not
Yeah,
use it.
so
I
it
wish
works
there was
for
a grab
Terran
all overload
without Raven.
button.
That's true.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. I
Anyway,
mean,
with that said, I actually did want to ask this: Is Omi, how often do you run into this on that map? Because I feel like I see
Lifting
it
off
way
to the
more often.
gold.
Yeah,
That was actually the first time I've seen it,
really.
like in a
I
in
mean,
a
yeah,
legit match. Yeah.
outside of show matches, because I see it kind of bizarrely often for some reason. But
what are we
Hmm.
talking about?
I see people do what you did on
You
game two pretty often.
lif- lifting off into the gold,
It
Viper.
doesn't happen on ladder, but it happens here instead. It's been interesting.
Yeah, it was. This was a very interesting series because I lost the game I was sure I was gonna win, and won the two I was sure I was gonna lose.
Yeah, it was a nice series. I mean, just because of that, like it, I honestly was favoring Omi a little bit on the macro games as well because how it went last time. But
I
it
know,
was,
so was I.
it was. I imagine you were. I was gonna say, it was nice to see some the like, stuff not go the way you expect. But at the same time, like, I also realized something else. This is your third show match. So I guess it was supposed to be a best of five, or I was supposed to give you the option of that. I don't know what we can do Like I guess if you guys wanted to play again, I could let you do that, but or we can just get you new opponents. It doesn't really matter. The other thing I was going to ask about with the second game is you delay Omee, I think. I mean, because I think from VyperX's perspective, it's pretty similar, other than the Raven, which you already talked about. So you seem to delay your third quite a bit. I'd like to hear what your thoughts on that, like what your decision making on that was.
Me?
Yeah,
On that second match?
the last one, not
Oh,
the
the
second
last
match.
one.
Second match makes sense.
That third one, I don't know. I was out of it.
Okay.
I was just doing the build. I wasn't reacting. Once I saw he had all Marauders, I was like, ugh, I already made roaches, and I canceled my roach
Okay.
speed, so they just died.
That makes sense.
I didn't know
I
what
mean,
to do.
yeah, I was wondering a little bit about the Roach Warren too when I saw it. I'm like, it seems kind of strange. He has siege tanks and marauders already, huh? But yeah, I mean, anything can happen when you're tied, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, guys. It was a lot of fun, and there's one
Thanks
more.
for having us.
There's one more show match today, but that's not for another 3 hours. So I guess we'll just take a break, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.
All right, see ya.
Bye.